going to use the calculator in this question as much as I can, rather than doing anything in a more algebraic or other way. So this will all be about using the calculator and its sequence function, so I can do that. Okay, here we go. We've got the following geometric sequence: find the 14th term and the sum to 15 terms. Now we're going to go into the sequence part of the calculator, so if I go there, and that doesn't give me the whole screen, so let me just move that down a bit. There we go, we need all that part of it. We need to enter the nth term, and first thing is we're not dealing with a recursive situation here. We are dealing with explicit equations, so let's go to the explicit. For this we need to know what the nth term is. Now over here we know that the nth term of a geometric sequence is AR to the n minus 1. Now I'm using the letters T of n, meaning the nth term. Over here we've got AN, meaning the nth term, or BN or CN, or so whatever you want, but anyway it's just the same. The nth term TN means the same as the AN, and that E I think means explicit, so there we go. Okay, so let's find out what A is and R is, and then we can enter this particular equation. A is the first term, so A equals 3, and R is the common ratio, so we've got to work out what we're multiplying by each time. 3 times 2 gives you 6, 6 times 2 gives you 12, 12 times 2 gives 24. The common ratio R is 2, it's multiplying by 2 each time. Okay, let me just made a bit of a mess with that. Let's get rid of that a little bit. Okay, we just have to enter that over here into our explicit equation. So we've got the explicit equation is A, which is 3, times, oops, I need my if I get the keyboard up here I can get a times now. I have to move my calculator around a bit, excuse me. Where's the time sign? There we go. Times 2 to the power n minus 1. I'm going to put n minus 1 in brackets, and you get n from here, n minus 1, and we will just close that bracket off, and then just an xe. Okay, it's all set up. Now what we then have to do, because I'm going to find firstly the 14th term and then the sum to 15 terms, I have to make sure that my list, when I give my list of values, goes that far. So there's this thing xy, and at the moment you can see it's set from 1 to 51, so I absolutely know it'll go to the 14th and 15th. You can change that to whatever you want. I don't need to go to 51 terms, I just need to go to 15 terms. So if I put 15 in there, that will be all I need for this particular question. So it goes from 1 to 15 in the table. Also in the table I need to make sure it not only, so if I just show you what I've currently got in the table, it's got which term I'm talking about, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and what those terms are, 3, 6, 12 and so on. It doesn't have the sum column here, so you will want to put the sum column in so that we can do the sum to 15 terms. So you have to tap in the top half of the screen, and then you get this NaN with a little diamond next to it. So that's the screen you have to have. If you have the bottom half of the screen is the highlighted one, it doesn't have that. It has a no N and AN. So you need to be in the tap in the top half of the screen. Make sure you've got the NaN, and then it's the diamond next to that that you tap. And this Greek letter sigma, it says sigma display. It means the sum display. If you tap on that, you can turn this on or off. Now we want to turn it on because we want to know what the sum is this time. Nothing immediately happens. You must then tap on the table icon on the top left, and now we have the sum in the right hand column. That is the sum of the first however many terms you're talking about, 3, 4, 5, 6, or in our case we need the sum to 15. Once you've set up this all in this way, it's all very straightforward. We must go down to the 14th and the 15th terms, so we can find the 14th term, T14, just by reading it off there, and it's 24576. And we can find the sum to 15 terms, and that is 98301. And that, of course, is all very, very straightforward. All you actually need to do to use this is work out what is A, which is pretty straightforward usually, it's just the first term, and work out what is R, what's the number you multiply by each time in this geometric sequence. Set up your calculator carefully, and away you go. Okay, I will stop there.